Here at JK News, we're not virgins to these type of articles. We've virgin's a funny word to use.
Yeah, what?
Context.
I'm a born again virgin.
What?
I dedicated my life.
Got a hymen again?
I put it back in my butthole.
Hey, I heard you got a hymen, bro.
To the
Butt hymen?
Heard you got the surgery.
abstinence community.
Okay.
And I decided I'm gonna choose abstinence.
For how long?
For us, you don't jack it when she's not here?
No, I mean like abstinence.
He's all, hold on.
I jack off, I just don't have sex.
That's tight, man. Let's give Joe a round of applause.
And then every day after I fail. And every day I fail. I fail.
But you're failing right now?
I failed this morning.
Yeah, that's why he was late. That's why he was late.
Hey dude, it's like being an alcoholic. I'm trying to fucking connect with you guys, alright? I got a fucking problem.
No!
I'm trying to say that right now, I'm not an alcoholic.
Are you calling me an alcoholic? I feel a little attacked right now.
I'm just saying, like, you know, like alcoholics, they fucking drink alcohol and then be like, okay, I'm not alcoholic anymore because today I'm gonna fucking be abstinent, right? With the alcohols.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Choosing sobriety.
So as of 10 a.m. this morning, you're abstinent.
No.
Yeah.
That's a 10 a.m.
Yeah. Because before that, you fucked. You was busting.
Nice.
Busting, man.
I'm glad we gave you that round of applause.
Must be nice.
So, three influencers
That has sex.
were sent to prison.
Wait, who was sent to prison? Sorry.
3 influencers
Oh, okay. Good.
were sent to prison for over 3 years. After pranking a taxi driver.
Stop with the pranks, yo.
I fucking hate pranksters.
Stop with his
Okay, but,
pranks.
like, what was the prank?
And what country would do this?
Russia.
In Russia.
Nice.
You can't prank in Russia, dog.
So they're pranking a taxi driver in Russia by pretending to steal his car.
Oh, fuck off.
That's
yeah.
not a prank, bro.
Yo.
Especially innocent people. I think pranking amongst friends is cool, but man.
How is that a prank? That's like walking into a liquor store with a ski mask and a fucking gun. And then they're like, let's fucking prank this dude, man. And then the cops come, and then they're like, that looks like a robbery. It's a prank, bro. Yeah. See, that's the camera?
That's no follow through. They gotta follow all the way through.
Like setting someone's house on fire and then blowing up. It was just a prank.
Here's your frame.
You don't have to deal with this afterwards.
Can you sign this, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Don't mind the charring.
It's just a prank, bro.
So after calling over a cab to pick them up, they asked the driver to open the trunk. And while the cabbie was opening the trunk, one of the people got involved, got into the car, into the driver's seat, and started driving away. Big whoop, right? Despite returning the vehicle, minutes later, the driver had already informed the police.
Yeah, I would. I'd immediately call the cops and be like, yo, I'm having the worst day of my life. These motherfuckers just stole my fucking taxi cab.
Yeah.
One of the bloggers was in the car, filmed the incident, including the driver's reaction. And it's believed
Also-
that this isn't the first prank that they pulled, and authorities opted to sentence them to 3 years and 6 months in prison.
I need to reword this. This is not the first crime they've committed.
It's funny because if I was that cab driver, I would want to prosecute even harder if I found out it was a prank for social media. That makes you more pissed.
Yeah.
I wish it was just a regular
You can
jacket.
do this, or if at the very least it's like, well, maybe this guy needed it more than I did to provide for his family or some shit. At the very least, but no, this fucker is just doing it for clout.
They're taking away your money-making machine.
You mean to tell me you're not Russian mob?
Yo, if that was the Russian mob though, those kids would be fucking dead. Dude, you imagine? Like, the fucking, instead of getting rolled upon by the police, like, it's you, like, stole from the mob.
Oh.
You're just dead then.
Fuck, man.
So, authorities say that these 3 people were found guilty of committing a crime under paragraph 2 of blah, 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 blah. They were sentenced to real imprisonment for a period of 3 years and 6 months with serving punishment in a general regime penal colony. Okay?
Penal colony.
A penal colony.
That sounds like some work camp shit.
Yeah, regime sounds crazy as fuck.
Exactly. It's
Send them to the gulags, dude.
Yeah, that's a gulag for sure.
Gulag.
I mean, realistically, this is Russia, so not only is the sentence like for real, but like the punishment and is probably for real.
I think you should punish even harder when it's a simulation of the crime being done as a prank. Like, you should get punished worse.
Traumatizing people for fun.
Yeah, because then something's fucking wrong with you, man. Like, 100%.
Let's make them scared.
They figured out the scientific method. Fuck around, find out.
It's believed that the
Yeah, man.
that the influencers will likely be sent to a prison camp. Roughly 500 kilometers from Moscow. The publications say that the camps are old and in a bad state.
Why is it so satisfying?
This is a gulag, by the way. Generally, the gulags are built in small towns where it's difficult to access, in case anyone wanted to try a Shawshank. And it's reported that the prisons generally house around 800 inmates and live in barracks of around 100 to 120 people.
Fuck.
Sleeping arrangements involve bunk beds and rooms that were built to hold 50 or 60, and allegedly there's only one bathroom with one toilet and one sink per barrack.
Damn.
Set the fucking example. I love it.
Fuck around.
3.5 years.
You can't be doing that shit in Russia, though, dude. Where could you do it and get away with it, Scott?
Fucking here, U.S. Here, of course. That shit's. They don't give a shit, man.
I do hate like
Canada?
pranks though.
UK?
Oh, I think that there's like tiers to pranks, right? There's obviously ones that are so clearly like just like simple, funny, and don't like put somebody else in inconvenience or harm.
Yeah.
Or danger.
Or danger, right? Or like really fucks with somebody's day. And then there's like pranks that are just stupid. Like those aren't pranks. Like this is not a prank. That's
It's crime.
Yeah, that's like returning the fucking. You should, like you guys said, you guys should probably just drive away with the real car.
You got cold feet. No follow through. If you're gonna do it, just steal it.
So you're saying that they're just bad criminals?
Yeah, they're bad criminals.
You know who I like? He's an old school prankster. Ed Bassmaster. Ed Bassmaster.
Oh yeah, Ed Bassmasters.
What did he do?
So he would just have characters, and he would do like harmless ones.
Just
where, like,
interactions,
yeah. One would be like he had this guy that would be like, "Look at this car, just look at it." And he would say that nonstop to a guy that has a car. And let's say he has a regular car, and the guy gets all like, "Yeah, man, it's a bit, yeah," and he gets super happy, and that's all he would say over and over. Just look at this car. Would you look at? Would you look at? And it's just it's so funny how the guys react. Yeah. And there's another one where he had like a fake bee on his nose, and then he would come up to strangers and be like, "Bee, bee," and then the people would try to help him and shit. He goes, "Bee."
Yeah, but that's like harmless. Like no one's getting hurt.
It's hella harmless.
Or
But
he'd be like, that's fucking harmless. Or like pickup lines or some shit. Didn't you fucking do like pickup lines at UCLA or something like that? Like things like that. Like if anything, you like
It's harmless. It doesn't hurt anybody.
Yeah, if anything, it flatters somebody. You know what I'm saying?
What's your best pickup line?
I don't remember. Did it so long ago. It was so hard.
Whereas like when I like scroll down on my feed and I randomly see those people that are like in the aisles of like grocery stores or like random shit like that. And then they like take like a bag of like dough or something and they throw it on somebody and then they pretend like it's happening to them.
Yeah.
I'm like, I get the mechanics of what makes this a prank, but I'm like, that also fucking sucks for this innocent bystander.
And the fucking worker got to clean your shit up.
It's just like,
Especially at a store, bro. I don't like that shit, dog.
Oh, you know which ones I see that I'm just like, this is funny in concept, but if I worked here, this would annoy the fuck out of me. You know those ones where they're like, oh, I lived in Walmart for like 18 hours or some shit, where they like crawl inside and like make a fort inside of something, and I'm like, oh, dude, like if that was me, like and I had to close the store up or something like that, and I have to like try and fucking find these idiots, like being inside, and I'm like, come on, bro, like I make minimum wage.
that's slightly in the second tier where I still think that's a little bit funny, to be completely honest.
Yeah, it's a little bit funny, but when I think about it more, then I become more like,
So you guys have never run into like a YouTube prankster in real life?
No, have you?
Yeah, me and Hawk were eating at a Grand Central Market outside, and then this fucking guy, it's like so obvious. He's like dressed like a waiter, and he comes with a fucking pepper grinder, and he's like, "Would you like some pepper for your food?" And he starts about to grind it, and me and Hawk were both like, "Don't post this one, man. This one sucks." we were just like, dude, this is not even good. And like, because you could see, he just walked away, and like his camera guys all left.
Like, could you also tell him like I don't consent to being on?
No, we didn't. It didn't even get that. It was like a second interaction. But
They said it sucks, guys. Hey guys, they said it sucks.
Wrap it up.
this just sucks, bro. Like, and he just was like,
I've been discovered.
and just like went to another place to do it because we were like,
would you like some pepper?
that's
So stupid, dude.
Have you seen the guys, like, I don't know, they're like foreign. I don't know where they're from, like Eastern European or something. And they're in New York, and they go to the hood. And they're like, we're going to prank the hood.
I think they do this in LA too.
And they get the shit kicked out of them all the time. There was
like
one
that.
guy,
Yeah,
he was
awesome.
tying his shoes. He goes up to him, holds his head down to his butt, has a fart button, presses it. The guy he looks up and he starts immediately bombing on him because that's what he deserves, whether it's a real fart or not. And then he's like, and the whole time that's when they're like, it's a prank, but they're getting the shit kicked out of them. Those videos make me very happy.
Yeah,
Those are funny.
Those are great.
and they still posted it.
There's a recent one that made me really smile. It's like a group of homies, like probably 4 or 5 like thug looking like black dudes, right? And they're just like walking around. but then they'll just go up to a random group and then they'll just like pretend to take like a nice photo, and that person's just like. And I'm like, that's fucking tight.
Some people get mad.
That's cool.
Which even then I'm like, that's still like a very like non-harmful or inconvenient style situation.
I feel like just take a picture. Why not?
Yeah, it may be a slight invasion of like privacy or comfort in that moment. I can understand somebody like.
But it's a good spirit though, I think.
Yeah, it stays in good spirit versus like fucking throwing like fucking dough at you or some shit, you know?
Or like the milk jugs. I think all those people should be set on fire. Have you seen those? They go into a grocery store, they throw on the floor, and I'm like, you should be shot in the face. I think that's equal. I think that's equal, yo.
There's this guy that goes up to like old Asian people, and he just goes like that in the ear or something.
Yeah.
Did you see that one guy turn around and try to fuck his ass
I
up?
hate that guy too.
See that shit too. And this had nothing to do with the prank, but this is just funny random stuff. Back in the day, I think when we were living at Taj Mahal, it was the name of our college house.
Like, I feel like I'm missing a couple pieces of this puzzle.
for a Halloween party, I think it might have been like Mike and a couple like a couple of other. I should not say first and last names. A couple of the college homies for Halloween. They're like, what do we do? What do we do for a Halloween costume or whatever? So last minute they decided to do like Girls Gone Wild costumes. So they were in like orange t-shirts. They took like a mop stick and they put like the end of like what looked like a fake boom mic and stuff.
Oh.
And they went around with like a fake camera shit.
That's pretty funny.
But it was like really funny. So we would like party hop and they would try to go to the parties. And I just remember like people at the door being like, "You guys aren't allowed in here." Just really thinking they're actually Girls Gone Wild, and they would get denied from like 2 or 3 parties because it was just their costume.
That was a genius costume. I remember that. Girls Gone Wild film crew. And then they had like even someone with a clipboard with like papers.
It was nothing. It was like written with Sharpies. Like Lawrence was like Girls Gone Wild film crew and just like fake boom.
That's fucking dope. That's dope.
But imagine being that bouncer that like lets you in and then it shows up later on TV and then you're like, who the fuck was manning the door that night? It's like, they wrote it on their fucking shirts, bro.